Hello and welcome back to another mini Let's Play. My name is Syken and today we are going to take a look at a new game called Fogpiercer. I've been sponsored this demo in exchange for fair review. Let's get right into it. Fogpiercer is a game that is still in development, so this is only the demo version. The producers of the game wanted a fair review, so I'll give them exactly that. It is another deck builder game. There are quite a few deck builders already out there. For instance, Monster Train and Co. So Mad Studios, or Mad Cookie Studios, sorry, has taken it upon them to release another strategy game that uses cards as a means to determine if you're successful or not. And really the storyline of Fogpiercer is pretty straightforward. You're having this train that we're going to show you in a second, right here. And you're going to be regularly attacked by bandits. And the idea of Fogpiercer is that you need to bring the train to its final destination. In the demo, that is fighting off two end bosses and basically first of all reaching them. So let's take a look at what the game can offer and basically the mechanics. So for starters, you start with a train of size of 3. You can increase that to 4 throughout the run, but you cannot start with 4 vehicles. There are many different trains, also called locomotives. However, you only have the standard Fogpiercer locomotive at the beginning, and each train offers a couple of cards that comes with it. Fogpiercer is one card that basically allows you to redraw your hand, and the costs of this card go up. So if you play multiple cards beforehand, you will need to pay more energy to play this card. Generally speaking, you do have 5 respectively 6 energy per turn, and you can play as many cards as you can with that. There's a draw mechanic, there are a couple of redraw cards, so pretty standard. So that's the locomotive. If you're upgrading it, there are a couple of more cards that you can upgrade. Then the first wagon that you can have is the shield wagon. Shield wagon does exactly what it is supposed to say. Anything adjacent to the shield wagon can be targeted by shields, and those shields, you start with basic shields and then get upgraded shields, and essentially one shield point absorbs 1 hit, and part of the game will be to make sure that your train and the rest of it remains healthy. You can see the train has 2 hit points, shield wagon 3, and the other wagon has 2. So should at any point your health of a wagon drop to 0, that wagon will be destroyed. Should the train drop to 0, then basically GG, end of the run. And then we do have another wagon, which is called the artillery, basically long-ranged shots. And theoretically speaking, there are other carriages like the minigun. So the demo only features the minigun and the artillery. Base difference is the artillery is long range and cannot hit adjacent targets, and the minigun is a little bit more short range. There are further carriages like passenger carriage, harpoon, remote control, and Tesla. Looks all interesting but isn't implemented. So that's your basic train. Then you do have a train driver. The only one implemented so far is Monica Coldsnap. So as she gets experience, you basically get free cards. She is big on stun cards with a little bit of damage on top of it. Stun cards basically are crowd control. So that's a mechanic that I at the beginning didn't appreciate. Then on top of it, you can, and this is where the gameplay loop comes into play, you can get modules. Modules are upgrades for your train, such as you always start with a module art syringe, where you get an extra card from the beginning at every fight. that is basically Monica's go-to module. You start with that. But there are others, like for every 3 enemies that you destroy, you gain 1 action point. Or if your locomotive has only 1 hit point, you gain 2 action points per round. So plenty of interesting stuff there. And then additionally, there are neutral cards, and those neutral cards you can gain via events, and they are independent on the type of terrain that you are running. So at the end, bottom line, you're getting a lot of cards. Modules are passive effects, and then you do have a train rider that also impacts the way that the game runs. So let's see how all of this plays out in reality. So it's the train track that we're starting with. We're having Monica that can now take various routes, and basically here is the first end boss, then more routes, even more routes, more routes, even more routes. And here's the second end boss, and that's the final destination, as in, if you reach that, you're going to be successful. It's not as easy as it seems, but it is one of those games that I would describe as a guilty pleasure. It's actually quite good once you get into it. So, what am I looking for? There are these little options where you can gain modules, as in passive effects. So we got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So we're either going to take the lower route, that would get us a chop shop, which allows you to upgrade cards, and 2 modules, or we're taking this route where we get 1 module, and then chop shop with a guaranteed rare card into another module. So then we do have these guys here, where you can basically get another carriage, and that is also very, very, very good. So I'm thinking, how about we're going up here, take the convoy, take a carriage, and we even get another carriage over here. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is we go down here, 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 convoy, 1 module, 2 modules. Seems like the better way. I personally like modules a lot, which is why I'm taking them. And here you would get a card reward, which allows you to basically get an additional card, one of those neutral cards. So we're starting, and the game is really straightforward at the beginning, but it becomes surprisingly complex. We're fighting against 1 bandit. We have a couple of options here and there. We can move the train forward and backward, which allows us to not needing to deal with some of these guys. We currently have 5 energy. Our only attack is the artillery attack that we couldn't hit adjacent. So this guy pretty much forces us to move forward and then hit him directly. He's now moving up. And we do have the challenge that we can't really hit him. If one of the special impacts with the artillery is if you're hitting a adjacent field, and you're basically pushing him forward, as seen here. So we did that in order to give us a little bit more leeway. Moving backwards, hitting him. At the beginning, the game isn't very difficult, but you soon will see there are more enemies. Oh, I clicked a little bit too fast. It was draw 2 cards, remove 1. So any form of card shuffle is very much welcome, because you need a lot of cards. So, you can see, second attack already has 3 bandits, and we gotta fend them off. You can do something along the lines of building your own wagon, and then basically shooting the enemy into your wagon. And killing them that way. So that is possible, although you need shields. This is the card that we just drew. Draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. So we're discarding a not usable card for us. We're dishing out some damage, we're shielding, and you will see that the shields, for instance, become cheaper for every round that we're, or for every other card that we're using. So they start at 2. If you use a different card, they go down to 1. Basically reducing the costs steadily. So, draw 2 cards, discard 1. Thank you. And that gave us a pretty solid start. So we're taking money, and you can see we're already at $87. So now I want to definitely go through the carriages. Means we're passing on that module. We're up to 5 bandits at this point. We could deal 2 damage by moving these 2 into one another. I would push that a little bit forward. You know, let's push them into one another. I think that's a valid option. We can also shield. Unfortunately, not enough money, not enough energy to do anything else. Very good. Okay, so 1 hit. The second hit. And that already kills off one side. Unfortunately, we're in a situation where there is no perfect solution for that. We just didn't have the DPS to get all of them down. Means we're going to take our first real point of damage. Not the end of the world. The metal card that I've just played gives 3 shields here, 2 here, and 1 here. So the further you use it at the beginning, the better it is. Unfortunately for us... Wait, I do have an idea. We're pushing this back because both of them will now drive into each other, dealing damage to one another. One kill, 1 shield. We're not having enough action points to do much more than that. These hindrances on the tracks can be a bit of a problem for the enemies. If you manage to push them into these hindrances blocks, that's actually like super helpful. Alright. Free shield. More damage. Another free shield. And we have one more turn. Let's go. Our card selection came in clutch. And we're at the first stage, where we have a non-hostile encounter. Let's go. So, we could now get our train repaired, or we're taking more money. And good question. I think we're taking the money in this case. So we got a 10% discount. Definitely buying that minigun, so that we have a broader range to hit. And then there is the chance to upgrade these carriages. We upgrade the artillery, and I'll take reload as a card. Receive AP equal to the number of red cards in your hand. Super good in order to get more action points. And then here we do have two interesting options. Either draw two minigun cards, one off the draw pile and one from the discard pile, or get more minigun parts, as with suppressive fire. And I think we're going with suppressive fire. So we're out of money, but we have gotten some really nice upgrades. And now it's time for us to get the first module. So in order to get the module, there is going to be an extra card this here. This card doesn't do anything, but you need to kill it before basically all of the others die. So you can already see we have 3 of our cards under pressure, 3 of our cards are under pressure. So what we could do is we could shoot. Then how about, oh wait, we're going for reload, thank you. Oh, we can do a lot more. Minigun shoots and destabilizes, so the next hit will push this guy further to the back. That means he impacts and gets 1 damage plus 1 damage from support fire, and then when he dies, the corpse of the car basically deals 1 damage to all of the cars in the back. So that's a neat little trick of killing off a lot of enemies. Same over here with artillery. And now we're dishing out some more damage. Here, that's the card that we need to destroy. And all of that was possible thanks to the reload card that we've gotten earlier. You can see that with 1 extra wagon, you're also getting 1 AP bonus, so to speak. And the minigun performs really well in this particular encounter. It is not always performing that well, but the reload and the minigun super strong. And with that, we can now select an extra module. So there are a couple of great modules. This one here would give us 1 shield on the entire train for the first round, which will be ultra helpful because later in the game, a lot of bandits are just going to come in, and this is just taking the front-loaded damage away. This here is also really good because if you run your train at 1 hit point, you're basically getting 2 AP for free. So I would love to get that the next time. All right, so let's continue. we have another fight ahead of us. Let's go. A couple of bandits. We need to make more cash before we're getting to that first end boss. And you can see here, apologies, that this is really what's going to happen more and more later. You're going to see attacks on all of your caravans. So you really need to make sure that you have a way of dealing with that. You know what? Let's pick a few things. Metal plates can be discarded. That would be an easy fix. One, two. And we're just going to go to here, letting them figure it out themselves. All right. That's one kill. That is another injury. And we're ready to go. One hit and a kill. And one solid fight. Give me that extra money, and I want another module before we're going for the boss. So this is the module that we're looking for. This guy here is a shielding unit. Gotta be careful with them. Alright, one down. Two down. And let's just move a little bit further to the back. That will give us the opportunity that these guys are coming to the front. The shielding unit has now successfully shielded one of them. Okay. How do we want to deal with them? Very good. That's one down. Let's shield. Can't meaningfully injure this guy, so we're just ending the turn. One, two, three. And we got that extra module, and Monica leveled up, so we can now level her up in midst of the fight. And we got two different options: one, stun a single enemy, add one shield to the locomotive, or two, stun an enemy, deal 2 damage, and ignore shields. which we're going to take. Should have first artillery shot this guy. That was a bit of a misplay. We're doing... I need the shield in order to not take more damage. Apologies. One. And shield plus... moving this guy further down. Good. That's a double kill right there. And that's another kill thanks to pushing him off the ledge. Alright. What's the other module? We're going to take Second Wind. I love that module. We just need to lower the hit points of our terrain. Now it's time for the first boss, which is going to be a bit of a harder fight, really. So there's a bit of a conversation, but I don't think that it is particularly well done. Basically, boss threatens us. And this is where you can see the upfront damage that I talked about. Lots of stuff coming in. We're starting with 5. Alright, what are we going to do, really? So we could do something along the lines of this here, which is 4 points of damage, then we're moving forward. We could still kill this guy. We do have a problem. Don't want to take damage in the back. So I think this here is the safer bet. Could maximize the damage that we're dealing here. And then we're moving forward, which means we're going to take 1 point of damage here. Unfortunately, we have nothing else that we can do. The minigun is now disabled. These purple shots are basically disabling your gun for 1 round, so you can see all of the minigun stuff is not available. Moving a little bit further back. and putting out the most damage that we can. Shield our shield carriage and get 1 damage on the locomotive because I want that extra AP. So we're now supposedly starting with 2 extra AP, thanks to the module that we have installed. It is dangerous though, we can't keep that on forever. More AP. That's 1 down. That's another 1 down. We're going 1 back. That was a mistake. Going 1 to the front. Do this. Shield our carriage. Do that, and we're good. More action points. One of them goes down. We're moving forward. Oh, he deals 2 points of damage, alright. Well, we're just going to move out of the way then. Because we didn't have really efficient means of dealing damage. Alright, moving back. Dishing out damage. Dishing out more damage. And we're moving even further back. Give me those extra AP. 1 attack. Boss goes down. Another hit. And we're ending the turn. One, 2, and done. Yeah, those extra 2 AP come in super handy. We could now repair the train, which I don't want to do because I want to keep those extra AP. Sorry. And we're taking more money because we can individually repair this here for 30, which we're likely going to do. Upgrade it as well. Get a card that gives us more shield. Upgrade our machine guns. Another card draw. Update our heavy artillery with carpet shot. Not the best card. You know, let's still take it. Later, sweatshops allow you to basically take out cards from your deck And some of the cards I think would be very sensible to be taken out. We're going to take Court Pusher. That allows us to more efficiently move. Panzer, which basically is one shield for every single card that we do have. And I would like to further upgrade here. Sticky Bomb, very, very good. And we would have Phosphorus Rounds, which is good. The Flair Shaft isn't bad either. I think we're just going with Phosphorus Rounds. So we have strong cards now. Phosphorus Rounds offer blind, and blind means the enemy can't really hit us, which is great. We want another module. Let's see. Module into module. This shop here allows us to remove cards. There's another module here, so I think we can just take this. Yeah, I think we're taking the lower route. A couple of bandits are incoming. You can see more enemies are coming now. This is the module wagon that we need to kill. Thankfully, we do have the shields, which allows us a pretty chill first round for reloading. Sticky Bomb is super good, because this is how it works. You basically put the sticky bomb onto something and then you detonate it, dealing massive damage in its proximity. And if you combine it correctly, you can basically just evaporate an entire section. 1, 2. Moving back so that we do have a better position. And that was a super good first turn. Good. We can reduce our movement. Kind of helpful. And then this gives you a lot of shields. Not that we need that much, but you can see that the shielding wagon is very much carrying its weight. Good. She leveled up again. We get either a full stun for 2 enemies or that deathly chill. I think we're taking double stun. Blizzard is good. We're taking an additional module. Either reduction of 10% of the prices or 1 AP for every 3rd enemy that we killed. Not bad either. I like that extra AP. Or if we roll over an enemy, the movement is further decreased. We're taking Silver Tongue because lower prices are helpful. Overall, the prices are becoming more and more intense. We can now remove a card from the deck. And what I would remove, because I don't think it's worth it that much anymore, would be the base artillery card. No further upgrades here. I don't like the other cards that I'm seeing here. And you can see some of the cards are only available once you really unlock them. I haven't done that yet, so you're effectively becoming stronger over time as you unlock more cards. I'm currently already at the maximum of the strength, or near the maximum of the strengths that we could be getting with the cards that I currently have. And this is a perfect example where the shield comes in so well. All right, let's see. Artillery. This one here is good. And together with that, we're having a triple kill. Fantastic. Then we can take away these two. They are now stunned and unavailable. And I can even take out this guy. Yeah, the card combinations become stronger and stronger. Good. We're getting one more kill. Bit of a shield and some more damage. And you can see the part of our train conductor stunned them for 2 rounds, which is massive. So these bandits couldn't do anything for 2 rounds. Good. Let's hit this guy. We're getting a shield here, and that's pretty much it. Done. That's another good hit, pushing one off. And we're shielding our train. Done deal. Since he was stunned, he now ran into an obstacle, which is an auto kill. One hit. And I think this should kill him. Very good. What kind of module are we getting? I think we're going to take Mirage Mystery. So whenever there would be a deadly shot onto one of our wagons, this is pretty much preventing that from happening. We're going into the shop. Take the money. And we cannot remove the card. Why is that? Okay, so we could either buy modules. As you can see, they are pretty expensive. Or we can buy some of the extra cards. I like this one here. Get 3 AP next turn. Super good. This one here. Discard all cards. Draw 5 new cards. And I think I would like to get Energy Siphon, which is 1 AP for every third destroyed enemy. This is nice as well. That's the rare card that the shop was promising. Pick one card from the draw pile, move it on top of the pile. So it's basically giving you a way of influencing what kind of card you want next time. So I think that's not bad either. You know what? Let's use that because I have not played with it, and we're just going to test it if it is any good. Yet another module. We want to kill the module wagon again. Oh boy. Let's start with that. That's a hit right there. Then we're continuing with card drawing. Take out a shield. Hit these two into quite a few casualties. Then we get more card draw. Get our module wagon already. Move back, get more shields, and we're Gucci. Good, let's see if Mastermind is any good. I would like to... get the minigun. One, two, Panzer Dome into shooting it into us, and done. Alright, what kind of module can we get? We're now taking Energy Siphon. Good. More money. Let's remove another artillery attack. And can we upgrade? Yes, we can. I think there are a couple of good upgrades here. AoE blind is very good, for instance. And that's pretty much all of the money that we had. Let's get another module. This run is going very, very, very well. Oh, they now do have disabling guns. Interesting. And they're focusing very much on this guy here. Okay. That he would take two of them out. They're now blind. Good. Good. And we're putting that up, and Mastermind, I want either reload or sticky bomb. I think we're going with sticky bomb. So the cool part about them being blinded is they don't know where to shoot. They will randomly target the field. In this case, they targeted themselves. Sticky bomb into a detonate. Solves the problem. Let's do Fogpiercer into moving a little bit back. That was for free. Might as well just stun this guy and we're pretty much okay. Still need the module to be destroyed. Good, we're taking this guy out. Free shield for everyone. Completely new hand. More AP. Moving further back. More damage. And we are okay. First of all, reload for more action points. Secondly, that. Thirdly, that. And then we're good. Oh, I'm so sorry. He ran into an obstacle. Good, I don't need that module here. Get 5 AP when a wagon is destroyed. Nice, but I don't even want that to happen. But enemy destroyed reduces the action points. That is good. Alright, another fight to go. Let's go. I think I've never had that many modules. I might not be playing on hard difficulty, because the train track also seems surprisingly long. Yeah, it might actually be that we're not playing on maximum difficulty. Doesn't matter. For the purpose of what I wanted to show, this is okay. Good. Let's get carpet bombing and be done with it. We leveled up to level 3, which now gives us the last part, Deathly Chill. And that's also the maximum level that we could get in the demo. Wow, it's still quite a bit until we're reaching the final destination. Wow. All right, shop into remove a card. Which one is not as good? I think one flair chaff we can remove. And maybe a normal shield. You know what? Let's stay with the flair shaft. That's actually not bad. We're just removing a normal shield. Could remove one more, or we're upgrading further. I think we're removing one more card because I don't like the additional cards that I'm seeing. Just remove metal plates because it's a card that I typically don't play. By removing cards, you kind of keep your deck to a nominal size that is good, and you're quote-unquote guaranteeing or increasing the chance of better drops. Triple hit here, double hit there. That's not good. So for starters, we want that. And then it's a question of which of these guys do we want to kill? I think this one here is the best play. 2 damage plus stun. We're also going 1 back, which means we're not going to take any damage there. Free shield onto all of them, and Mastermind, I would like next turn to... Oh, wow. Ah, you cancel and then you can't select it anymore. Okay, that is tough. That's not a good way of doing it. You should have the card still in your hand. Good, we're removing these 2 guys from the equation. Then we're going to push... good question. This wagon could take it, or we're just going 2 back, which means we would take less damage. Something along the lines of this. 3 more AP next turn for us, so we will have plenty of AP next turn. Unfortunately, our cards didn't allow us to prevent all of the damage. One hit, double hit plus pretty sizable damage. More damage, and let's blind this guy, because why not? Free shield for everything. Free detonation into a kill and throw into suppressive fire. Unfortunately, 1 AP too little. Elsewise, I could have finished. Yeah, we took 1 damage onto our shield card. We really don't need any more of the modules. I mean, we could install the latest module, sure. Wow, lots of hit points. Look at that. Good. How about we're stunning this guy here? Cannot be stunned. Okay, interesting. Extra AP for good measure. Move into detonate over there. That was good. Now it is a matter of how can we be maximum disruptive with the artillery attack. And the blind, where does it hit? Good. Well, that at least takes 1 off. We're going 1 step back. And this will kill 1, damage 1, and we're only taking 1 point of damage, which is absorbed by the shield, so not too bad. Good. How about we're giving you blindness? There you go. Blizzard will hit 2 targets, or can hit up to 2 targets. They are immune, but things. Really not an eventful turn, we couldn't do that much. I need more damage. Harp Shot could be that, or even better, Frostbite Arrow. That is a fantastic card. Good, we're moving forward. Extra shields, and then Panther Dome for even more shields, so we can actually withstand the attacks. Good. This guy is taken out. If we move forward, he will not hit, which means we're only having 2 people to deal with. Let's do exactly that. Good. We're soon going to run towards the turn limit. Yep. That's the problem of not dishing out enough damage, right? One. Two. Move back. 3. Potential additional card. And we're down to basically 1 enemy. Last turn. Okay, well, we're dismantling that. Detonate, into kill, and we barely made it. Lots of resources. We could get that last module. Is it good? Potentially better modules out there, but it's alright. Taking the money. Repairing that shield wagon. I don't like those cards. We can remove another card if we so desire. Is there any that I feel isn't pulling its weight? To be fair, the phosphorus rounds likely. The 2 cards here aren't worth it. This one isn't worth it either. We really got everything that we want to have. So could remove another card. Is there any card of that isn't pulling its weight? Take out a normal shield and let's continue. We're slimming the deck down to really small sizes. And this is the last boss of the demo. Let's go. Runs in a tank. Let's see, which of the enemies do we want to stun? We got a couple of those guys which we can blind. Destabilization could lead into crashing into these guys. Listen, if we can stun this guy here, that would be good. Because he deals a lot of damage. Blind. Takes away extra damage. And we have 1 damage on each part of our train. That's okay. Time for us to dish out as much damage as we can, which we just did. And that's pretty much it. Good. Triple attack on the shield wagon. This here will take good care of most of that. Done. Afterwards, this here, taking care of most of it. We don't have shields, that's a bit of a problem. We can kill those 2. Alternatively, we go back, that costs us 3, and we would still be in trouble. This here minimizes the damage that we're taking. We need to go 1 forward, and this will be 2 points of damage that we're receiving. Fortunately, we don't have enough shields. Panzer Dome solves this problem for us. We're taking out these two. New hand. Into more AP. Into kill. See, that's the type of hand that we would have needed to have last time. Alright, let's first of all kill this guy. Then we're pushing these two into one another. Good. Shielding. And next turn. Let's go. Don't need that. Thank you. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we just finished the campaign. Train repair, just for good measure, and we're ending up at our final destination, which is the end of the demo, really. Us going that far, we got new cards, deal 3 damage to an enemy, minigun shower, and then damage 1 to all enemies. Oh, ratatatata, yeah, I know this one. Give shield to all characters equal to the number of planned attacks. That is not too bad. Good. And then you get this currency, which is called spikes. And spikes is essentially what is needed for you to buy new stuff. The stuff that seems most meaningful, in my perspective, are the modules. For instance, 20% cash reward bonus or 1 hand size. The cards here, sometimes okay, but some of them are really not that great. So, draw 2 cards, for instance, is good. And then discard the rightmost card in your hand at 1 AP, draw 1 card. Kind of whatever. But yeah, you basically get the gist. We're going deeper into the tier section. There are a couple of really good tiers, such as +1 AP period. Like, that's a really good module. And if you do have a module like a fortress and second wind, hand size, and then golden circus, you can do a lot. So the game looks promising. I would say there is still a bit of balancing that needs to be done, and I'm not 100% sure how the longevity of the game looks like. But for a $10-ish game of an indie developer, it's actually a decent pick if you're into technical card games. And that might be something for you. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy the playthrough? And if so, which part of the game was most appealing to you and what could have been improved? Thanks all for watching and see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.